Welcome, readers of all ages. Make yourself comfortable, get yourself a snack, sink into your favorite seat, because it is Tranquil story time. Every morning, Axel wakes to the same sound. Without fail, Buzzer begins his raucous well before morning light and continues till everyone on the farm is awake. Axel wags his curly tail and shakes the dust off his pudgy pink body. He overslept this morning, despite the noisy bird. The morning sun already crests the horizon, igniting the amber tops of grain for miles in every direction. Axel snuffs at the air, searching for the stench of slop, but it hasn't come. The farmer, the farmer's wife, and their buck-toothed son never fail in feeding him before sunrise. Something must be amiss today. Axel emerges from the barn, shivering in the cold of dawn. The pig searches for the farmers, but they are nowhere in sight. Dread fills his heart. Axel neither liked nor disliked the farmer and his kin. They fed him, but kept him cooped up all alone in a pen. Still, they didn't trouble Axel like they did the other animals. They make Hercules the horse tow carts through the fields in the scorching sun for a mere handful of carrots. The hens must scatter daily as the farmer's wife shoos them from the coop and steals their eggs. Axel suddenly worries about why the farmers keep him at all. He doesn't labor like Hercules, or even wake everyone in the morning like Buzzer. He does nothing but eat, sleep, and wallow in the mud. Silhouetted in the dawn glow, a rush of futile flapping lands near Axel's side. The rooster is majestic in his mirror-finished gold and green feathers, his head crowned with a red comb. "I think you are improving, Buzzer. You flew a clear foot above the pen today," Axel snorts. "Don't mock me. One day I'll fly far away from here." "You don't have to be angry. I meant no harm. Just anxious about you swooping in on me like that." Buzzer's head twitches, one eye locked on Axel and the other scanning the farmyard. "Do you see? I crowed for hours, but they haven't come." "I have noticed. Where do you suppose they ran off to?" Axel turns as heavy thuds approach. Hercules is plodding nervously around his paddock. He too seems bothered by the farmer's absence. The horse sticks his head over the fence into the adjacent pig pen. The pig, rooster, and horse share a wary glance. Only they recognize this unusual situation. "It's past daylight. I have to work." Hercules impatiently swishes his tail at flies gathering on his matted brown coat. "Relax. I'm sure there's an explanation. Besides, you can't really enjoy lugging that cart around all day, can you?" Axel pauses for a response. "Of course, I enjoy my duties. I'm not like you, content to stink and lay in the mud all day." The horse lets out an exasperated whiff of air. Buzzer cackles quietly to himself. Axel scowls at the snickering bird, but Buzzer stops on his own. Hercules has given up his teasing as well. Something has their attention. In the morning light, a glowing form approaches the three animals. The figure is a woman. Unlike the farmer's wife, the woman's features are young. When she arrives, the animals notice her strange disposition. Her body is see-through, as if she is barely there. She beckons to the three animals, her smile radiant as she waves them over to the front of the pen. The animals draw near out of curiosity. "Who are you?" Axel squeals, a hint of worry in his tone. "No need to fear, farm creatures. It is your lucky day," the woman says. "Where are the farmers? I have to get to work. It's already light out." Hercules tosses his ebony mane anxiously. Buzzer remains silent, but arcs his wings to flee. "The farmers are fine. They're just delayed." "I'm Spirit," the woman says. Buzzer flaps his wings, trying to fly out of the pen. "Don't run away, silly fowl. I'm here to reward you." Reward us for what? We've done nothing worthy, Hercules whinnies. Oh, but you have, dear horse, and so have you, Rooster and Pig. Spirit extends her hand and grins. I have listened to the desires of your heart, and I am moved to grant you each a single wish. Spirit forces a stern look, but I warn you, your path will no longer be easy. Buzzer answers immediately, I wish to fly. Spirit ponders for a moment, then smirks. How about you, horse? Hercules stamps at the paddock gate with his hoof. I just wish to work. That's all. Very well. And you, Pig? Axel hangs his head low. Floppy ears shade his eyes in shame. I wish I knew my purpose. Spirit reaches down and lifts Axel's snout. You will, Pig. A sudden flash explodes into cascading shards of light. A wave of heavy force throws the animals to the ground. For a moment, they each lie still, watching wisps of evaporating light fade into the morning air. Spirit has left them. When the animals return to their feet, all is not as usual. What is this? Buzzer examines his odd features. A red mop of hair replaces his majestic comb. He no longer wears feathers. Pale freckled arms replace his wings. He turns, admiring his tall, lean human form. Hercules neighs, but the sound comes out in a burst of laughter. His humor turns to wonder as he too notices his transformation. Curly black hair covers his thick arms and muscular body. Axel is still pink and still fat, but he too is human. A swirl of brown hair tops his round forehead. I said I wanted to fly, Buzzer shrieks, flapping his gangly arms and running about the pen. Spirit tricked us. Maybe you should get dressed before doing any more flying. Axel assesses the sets of clothing draped over the railing of the pen. Spirit must have left these. Axel tosses the smallest set of clothing to Buzzer and the largest to Hercules. Once dressed, Buzzard continues to leap and flap his arms. He soon sinks to his knees and despairs. A low growl thunders in the distance. It soon becomes an ear-splitting chatter as a source whizzes overhead. The wings of a giant mechanical bird cast its shadow over the new humans. They look in amazement, but the spectacle captivates Buzzer the most. His grin reveals a row of shiny teeth as he cheers on the flying machine. When his excitement settles, he smiles a curt farewell to the once horse and once pig before chasing after the mechanical bird. Axel turns to Hercules, but he too has wandered off. Beyond the farmhouse, the day laborers have gathered near an unshorn section of field. Hercules is now among them. Hercules found his purpose. But what about mine? Axel sighs. Footsteps approach from behind. Axel turns in surprise. It's just the farmer's son. He's much shorter than Axel remembered. The farmer arrives soon after. They both gaze curiously at Axel. You ain't one of those laborers, so what are you doing here? The farmer places a hand on his son's blonde tangle of hair and awaits Axel's answer. To be honest, I really don't know. Axel braces for a scolding, but it doesn't come. Instead, the farmer tells his son to run off and play. You know how to fix tractors? The farmer asks. No, sorry I don't, Axel admits. You willing to learn a thing or two? Axel nods his head. Well, roll up your sleeves. I hope you don't mind getting dirty. I don't, Axel exclaims. He follows the farmer, ready to fulfill his purpose.